Do's and don'ts in performing 3-minute step test. Set the timer for 3 minutes. Stand facing the step and then do not slouch. Start marching up. Always start with your right foot, followed by your left foot. Up, up, down, down. Do this for 3 minutes. Remain standing and then rest for 5 seconds. Count the number of heartbeats in 1 minute. Record the result and then interpret.
What is sit and reach? The sit and reach test is used to measure the flexibility of hamstrings, muscles, and the lower back. So here are the do's and 5 steps in performing sit and reach.
Step 1. Get a meter or yardstick, but in this video, I use a steel tape. Step 2. Sit down, take your shoes off, and put your heels at the edge of the tape. Step 3. Place your feet 12 inches apart from one another. Step 4. Take a deep breath in and deep breath out, reaching as far as you can with straight legs. Your hands muscles overlap. Take the best 3 scores. Step 5. Make sure to record your best scores.
So here are the don'ts in performing or executing sit and reach.
Don't perform the test without warm-up. Don't bend your knees when executing sit and reach. Don't wear shoes.
Hi everyone, my name is John Mark Dimahinay and I will tell you the proper way of performing sit-up in muscular endurance. Let's begin!
First thing you do is lay down your back. Do not move your feet away from your gluteus. Make sure your feet is close to your gluteus so that you will perform it in a right way. Do not cross your feet to each other while performing sit-up. Always stick your feet together while performing sit-up. Curl your upper body all the way up toward your knees. Exhale as you lift. Slowly lower yourself down, returning to your starting point. Inhale as you lower.
Push-ups are one of the most fundamental bodyweight exercises and are very popular. The movement is simple, can be done everywhere, and it's very effective because you are using a lot of muscles at the same time. Sounds good, right? The problem is that a lot of people concentrate on quantity instead of quality when doing push-ups. To avoid this, you should focus on these 4 points to make your push-ups perfect. Let's start straight with the number 1, the body position. A push-up is not only a triceps, chest and shoulder movement. Most people neglect their tension in the abdominal muscles, the hips and the legs. Often they form an arched back and have a leg and body tension. To avoid this, tilt your pelvis backward and keep your butt squeezed tight. The movement gets a lot harder with this, but it's also more effective. The second point is the arm position. The arm position doesn't really matter in terms of the perfect execution. A perfect push-up can be done with a wide or a narrow grip, but it's important to place your wrists in a nearly vertical line under your shoulder when you do the standard push-up. There are still exceptions for that rule, for example when you are doing pseudo planche push-ups, which puts the focus more on your shoulder. Or when you're doing sphinx push-ups, which are a triceps dominant movement. If you are working with standard push-ups and choose a wider grip, it involves the chest more than a close grip, and a close grip sets the focus more on your triceps. The only thing you should avoid completely are out-flared elbows, because this puts a lot of stress on your shoulder, which can lead to injuries. The closer you place your arms to the body, the more your elbows point backwards. The wider you place your arms, the more your elbows going away from your body. The third point is the range of motion. This is quite simple, just don't cheat. Go all the way up and all the way down and let your body straight. Don't decrease the range of motion by bringing your head forward or your hips down. The last point is the shoulder blade movement. This is a very neglected point. When you're going down, your shoulder blades come together, and when you're going up, they go apart. You should also focus on pushing them downward instead of upward. But don't forget, there's still difference between a passive and an active way of this shoulder blade movement. If you are too weak in the shoulder girdle, your shoulder blades come together because you are not able to hold your body against the gravity. You can see this especially at the top of the movement. When you are going down, always focus on the tension and an active shoulder blade movement. Don't let yourself fall down into your structures. If you consider all those points and try it on your own, you will notice that it's much harder to do. Maybe your amount of maximum repetitions will drop, but that doesn't matter. Always focus on quality over quantity, and you will be rewarded with progress and a healthy body.
If you're going to do a modified push-up, fingers are going to be spread as wide as they possibly can be. Rotate the eye of the elbow forward just slightly. Then give yourself a little bend in the armpit so that you don't walk out the joint, so that you get into the real goods of muscular strength. Then as you walk your legs back a little bit and you're going to bend your knees, lift off, tuck your tailbone under. You still are looking for a straight, gorgeous long line from knee to hip to rib. So you got to scoop that belly button up as high as you possibly can. Squeeze your toes, tuck your tailbone under just a little bit, and then really press out on the netty part of the palm, so this could also be a modified plank. You're going to bend the elbows in by your side and then press up as far as your body will allow you. Does not have to be down to the ground. Shoulders away from the ears as you press and lift. If you want to do a little wider push up, take the hands a little bit wider, bend the elbows out, press up, tuck your tailbone under, lift through the belly. Inhale, lower, exhale, press up. Shoulder should stay away from ears and more. Inhale, lower, exhale, up. We're going to go through a few of the common mistakes of NC with the press up. So the first core mistake we see is that people lose this straight line, so the hips might come back and then go down, so this is incorrect. She's not in a line, or her hips might come too far and drop and then go down. This is incorrect one. And another one is where as you go down, the head drops and you scrunch up your back like that. As you go down, it's not really good. That's the two common mistakes. As we can see, the correct one, make sure our body is in straight position and inhale, lower, exhale, press up.
Hi everyone, my name is Adi Midoli Jr. Today, we're going to do physical fitness tests of power. Power is the ability of the muscles to transfer energy and release maximum force at a fast rate. To test power, we need to do a standing long jump. The purpose of this test is to measure the strength and power of our legs muscles. To do this, we need a tape measure, meter stick, or any measuring device. To do standing long jump, first, stand behind the takeoff line with feet parallel to each other. The tips of your shoes should not go beyond the line. Second, bend knees and swing arms backward once. Then, swing arms forward as you jump, landing on the both feet. Try to jump as far as you can. Do not control the momentum of your jump. Perform the test twice in succession. Procedures for partner. Place 0 point of the tape measure at the takeoff line. After the jump, spot the mark where the back of the heel of either foot of the tester has landed nearest to the takeoff line. Record the distance of the two trials. Scoring. Record the best distance in meters to the nearest 0.1 centimeters.
Today, we're going to do physical fitness test for balance. Balance is the ability of a person to maintain body equilibrium while moving or playing. We need this in sports life. To test balance, we need to do start balance stand test. To do this, we need a flat, non-slip surface and stopwatch. To do start balance stand test, first, the performer need to remove the shoes. Stand straight and place hands on the hips. Position the right foot on the side of the left knee. Raise the left heel to balance on the ball of the foot. Maintain balance as long as possible. Do the same procedure with the opposite foot. For the partner or facilitator, start the time as the heel of the performer is raised off the floor. Stop the time if any of the following occurs. The hand come off the hips. The supporting foot swivel or move in any direction. The non-supporting foot lose contact with the knee. The heel of the supporting foot touches the floor. There shall be 3 trials. Scoring. Record the time taken on both feet in nearest seconds and divide the score to 2 to get the average percentage score. For reaction time. Reaction time is the amount of time it takes to respond or react in a stimulus. To test reaction time, we need to do stick drop test. To do this, we need a 12-inch ruler, an armchair, or chair and table. To do stick drop test, first sit on an armchair or chair next to the table so that the elbow and the lower arm rest on the desk comfortably. Place the heel of the hand on the desk so that only the fingers and thumb extend beyond. Fingers and thumb should at least 1 inch apart. Catch the ruler with the thumb and index finger without lifting the elbow from the desk as the partner drops the stick. Hold the stick while the partner read the measurement. Do this thrice. For the partner or facilitator, hold the ruler at the top, allowing it to dangle between the thumb and fingers of the performer. Hold the ruler so that the 12-inch mark is even between the thumb and the index finger. Drop the ruler without warning and let the tester catch it with his or her thumb and index finger. Record the score on the upper part of the thumb. This is the scoring for stick drop test. Record the middle of the 3 scores. For example, if the scores are 21, 18, and 19, the middle score is 19. In case where the 2 scores are the same, for example 18, 18, 25, the repeated score shall be recorded.
Quadrant test, a non-running type agility test measuring the ability to move around in a small space with maximum speed while maintaining balance and control. The materials we need to do this test are chalk and a timer. We have 2 attempts in this test with 10 seconds each. So here's the procedure. The subject stands with both feet together at the starting line. On the command go, they jump ahead across the line into the first quadrant. Then a sequence successively into quadrants 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and so on. This pattern is continued as rapidly as possible for 10 seconds. First attempt. Rest for 30 seconds, then proceed to second attempt. When doing quadrant jump, don't get a little bit faster because if you step on the line, you can get a penalty. So it's important to jump fully into quadrant with both feet.
Ready, set, go!